I have a question. Help me get to therapy. As someone who's done it, like, help me get there, because I can't get myself there.
Listen, I was the same way. I was the exact same way. I used to find every excuse not to go. I remember the first 2 times I went, I was in there just bullshitting, like, yeah, that happens. No, yeah, sometimes. I'm in there bullshitting, and I'm doing it a disservice. You know what I mean? When it's like, because in my mind, I'm looking at you like, yo, you don't come from the same walks of life as me. How you gonna understand if I break down this story about when I was 12 years old, I got jumped by 6 dudes because I had on the wrong color. And I gotta walk back to my grandma's house and explain to my mama what just happened. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what comes with that? You know what I mean? Like, so I used to find every reason to avoid that, to where I just got to a point to where, like, let me treat this like it's a film session and really just indulge in it and see what I can find. You know what I mean? Even if it's one thing I could find, like, that's how I really looked at it. Like, let me treat it like a film session. Even though I know what happened in the game, let me see if it's something I can see that can help me that next possession. And that's how I took the approach about it. And I said in my first one that I really took serious, and it opened something up to me and made me realize why I indulged in such a dark place so much, and I was okay with being in such a dark place. And it took me back to my dad being a person who always used to lock me in the closet. I was crying, screaming, kicking the door, he laughing, to where the day I stopped kicking and screaming to get out the dark closet, he stopped putting me in there. And it became a norm to me to be okay with being in the darkness. And that just translated to so much chaos in my life. Like, I needed chaos because I felt comfortable in chaos because I had it and went through it so much. I needed it. I thrived in that. You see what I'm saying? To where once they put it in that perspective, I was like, what the fuck? It opened up so much other shit to me, to where it's like, all right, as long as I can find out one thing bit by bit over a span of time, it's going to amount to some that I probably never would have figured out if I didn't go to therapy. You know what I mean? And that was the approach I took towards it to help me. Cause I was the same way, bro. Same way.
I feel like it's going to uncover shit that I may not be ready to deal with, but once it's uncovered, you cannot deal with it.
You can't deal with it. But that goes back to what I said, to where sometimes you gotta allow life to break you down, even when you're not ready for it, so you could realize what you need to be better at. You know what I mean? We can't pick and choose when we want the good and the bad to come. You know what I mean? You gotta take it and understand once it breaks you down, all right, how can I build up to be better?